All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Cyrus Soon said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepted members to not only the Cyrus Soon Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link right down there in the chat is in the video description. Click it. You get a video introduction, rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasu Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, and courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed just for the brothers, giving them guidance, giving them structure. It is really an amazing curriculum and program. Check it out. Go on over to the site, look it over. Also comes with the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream once a week for the brothers. We sit down discussing very important information pertinent to our growth and development, family. This is a powerful brotherhood. I want you to become a brother. Check it out on Teachable. Become a brother and a member today. That's right. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasu Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like it and love it. Check the catalog out. Get a discount. Shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm. GeneralSeti.com. Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General, all the classics, all the 5 Olmec voyages of the Nile, ancient Egypt, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, exposed, Black woman is God, making of the white man, and so many, many more subjects. Get over there today. There's no website like it on the planet. Can't compare or compete. Become a member today. Everybody knows Seti got the poppin'est page on Patreon by far. Uploading all the live stream, dynamic live streams, too raw for YouTube, advanced level information. The link right there in the chat right now. It's pinned at the top. It's waiting on you. Say, boo, hit that, man. You're going to go through a portal and you're going to show up. Ain't going to be nothing but amazing and mind-blowing live streams and presentations. You're going to thank me. You're going to say, man, Seti, man, thank you for putting that damn link up there. I ain't been the same since. Get over there to Patreon. Become a patron today. And all the family out there donated to the General, thank you. I appreciate you. You know I do. Those who would like to donate, link right there in the chat. Click it. Appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasu Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. It's looking ugly out there for a lot of people. Yeah, it's looking ugly, man. I mean, we got to check the scoreboard. Donald Trump coming to office, he was making a lot of demands. One of his first demands was that goddamn Panama Canal. He said, goddamn it, China is in control of that canal, and they can't have no goddamn control. Say Panama is charging the United States to come through the damn port. Say goddamn China is building bridges and all type of underground tunnels and shit and all that, trying to undermine the United States in its own hemisphere. Damn near like United States doing Taiwan. It would almost be hot, like United States is doing Taiwan over there next to China. You understand? Similar to that. You feel me? And they say, God damn it, we're not gonna let you do it. You're not gonna let you do it. And so it didn't take long now. We got the report. They got the report. They done went down there and they done muscled the Panama Canal from whoever was in control, they ass got to understand it. They got to understand it, and there's been contracts and treaties have been signed with the United States, literally giving them back control over the Panama Canal. And they didn't start kicking the Chinese out. They didn't reopen military, air base, Navy. They didn't open up. They didn't open up all that shit immediately. You understand what I'm saying? So they about the military is gonna be guarding the Panama Canal. You feel me? The United States military about to build that shit up. And so ain't no coming through there. And so that's another major blow, and goddamn it, for China. That's a major blow for Russia, because you're not coming through there. So you're going to have to sail your ass all the way. You understand what I'm saying? China, you're going to have to sail, and if they let you through, they let you through. If not, you're going to have to sail your ass all the way through the Indian Ocean. God damn it, if you bringing something to South America, well, you ain't got to go. You just can't, if you're going to the west coast of Africa, your ass going to be in trouble. You better fly that shit in. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to fly that shit in, because if you got to sail, you ain't coming through the Panama Canal. Your ass going to have to go west. You ain't going to be able to go east. And so you're going to have to sail your ass through that Indian Ocean and sail down through the Mozambique Channel around South Africa and bring your ass up on the west coast of Africa. But you ain't going to be able to go through the Panama Canal. They done muscled it out of the hands of China. And what I want y'all to understand, they done took it. But didn't I tell you that? Y'all act like I didn't tell you that shit, yeah, I done told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all? People were talking shit. I told y'all. Didn't I tell y'all? Okay, then. So I just want to make sure. I'm not saying that they on my side. I know what they're going to do if they want to stay in power. Okay? It ain't about it. See, I study power. I don't study how to not be in power. You see what I'm saying? So when I give you information, it's very important. They know good goddamn well they cannot. I mean, how the hell you think? And they write down, and they built the goddamn canal for that reason, for the United States military to be able to come from the Atlantic into the Pacific, from the Pacific into the Atlantic. That's what they put it there for. You see? And so you think they're going to let the Chinese come over here and take control? I already knew that they was going to do that. And they're going to do the same thing with Greenland. Just believe that. They got to do it. Because, you see, once you see it, and I'm going to show you tomorrow. Yeah. Power is always exchanged by force. You got to go down there and talk to some motherfuckers. You feel me? And I got, even though he's a simpleton. You see, head self, he's a simpleton. But he went down there and he secured that, That don't mean that what he talked about on that, and him and Rubio and all them dumb motherfuckers that talked on the chat, that don't mean that shit ain't still could be a very detrimental mistake. So that don't mean that neither. So yeah, let me get this video up here, y'all. Black Power.
So we want to be transparent, and we'll do that by starting with Pete. Go ahead, Pete.
Yes, Mr. President, we just got back from Panama last night. We were at the Panama Canal with their Southcom commander ships, F-18s, troops, and signed a couple of historic deals. One which is with the Panama Canal Authority, a framework for U.S.
You see how he said that? He said we were down there with the F-16 troops. It's like y'all went down there and took the motherfucker over. Literally, did you hear what he just said? The way he said it, it sounded like he said we were down there with the F-16s and F-15s and shit, and the troops, and listen to it. It sounds like they took it over.
Transparent. So we want to be transparent, and we'll do that by starting with Pete. Go ahead, Pete.
Yes, Mr. President, we just got back from Panama last night. We were at the Panama Canal with their Southcom commander ships, F-18s, troops, and signed a couple of historic deals. One which is with the Panama Canal Authority, a framework for U.S. vessels, first and free through the Panama Canal. Right. And then also a memorandum of understanding with their security minister for the presence of U.S. troops. Fort Sherman is an old U.S. base there, as well as a naval station and air station jointly with Panama to secure the Panama Canal from Chinese influence. That's something you said, we're taking back the canal. China's had too much influence. Obama and others let them creep in. We, along with Panama, are pushing them out, sir. And so we had a very successful trip there. President Molino sends his regards, very complimentary of the U.S. as he's a great ally, and I think they want the Communist Chinese out. And with our troops there partnering with their forces, we've got a chance to push them all the way out, sir.
We've moved a lot of troops to Panama.
You hear that?
Filled up some areas that we used to have, and we didn't have any longer, but we have them now. And I think it's in very good control, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Pete. Very good.
You hear that?
So,
You hear that? They putting, they at war with China. See, it don't necessarily have to start with the missiles. They're at war with China right now. They intend to, at this point, to bring China to its knees. You see? And you gonna see, now you get a chance to see, who really the superpower. You see a lot of people talking, but that was a major blow. That was a motherfucking major blow for China. You see, so now you ain't really got no, what you coming over here for? You can't get through, and so they're gonna cut that Caribbean off too. They're gonna cut that Caribbean off too. Cuba keep fucking around, they gonna get it. That's just real talk. This ain't back when Kennedy. They'll take that motherfucker today. And so the brother Daniel Hill, he said, "Do you really think they're going to make Greenland a state?" I'm paying attention. I believe so. Because why? It's critical in the warfare. If they have to go to war, if they take Greenland, if the Russians or the Chinese take Greenland, that's almost like having, literally what they got in their front door. They could launch from Greenland. They could put missiles on Greenland, man, and that could be devastating. That could be devastating, and think if the Russians or the Chinese take Greenland, well, they put ports there, that gives them quick access to the United States, the eastern coast. You see, submarines, all type of attack ships, or if they put missiles on Greenland and shit, and vice versa. You see, so if they take Greenland, and I don't think that, honestly, I just believe this, before they let China or Russia take Greenland, that they would militarily take it. It just what's gonna happen. They not gonna let a little peep squeak nation like Denmark, where you don't know where they mind is at. Yeah, they with NATO and this, that, and the third, but them Europeans they wishy-washy. You see what I'm saying? Want to go this way, want to go. They don't never, they're on some things, but a lot of times they go separate ways. You know what I'm saying? They're just like Macron with his bootlicking ass. He went right on Emmanuel Macron. He went right on over there to kiss Xi Jinping boots and shit, and they kicked him in his ass and told him to get out of it. He thought he was gonna bootlick and get a better deal than any of the European nations, and they kicked him in his ass and told him to go on back to France. So you have to watch them. They're just like how the United States, Britain, how they double cross France when France had a fucking deal with Australia for the nuclear sub. and they went and they had Australia cancel the goddamn contract. You see what I'm saying? And the United States got the contract for the nuclear sub. You see what I'm saying? So they backbite a lot, so they don't trust Denmark. They don't trust Denmark. Denmark been sold the rights to Russia. Russia been to pump Denmark. Denmark is in that arena where, Russia might feel like the rest, okay, y'all believe in this NATO shit, I'm gonna see. And so they might run up in Finland. They might run up in Denmark. But it wouldn't make no difference either which way. If they did do it, the United States would still take Greenland, no matter what happened. And so, when you're thinking about war with Russia and China, most definitely Greenland is critical. You understand? It's critical, especially for the United States, because they could attack. It would be almost like having, almost like a Japan, but not as close, but like having a Japan right off at your front door, having a Taiwan at your front door, and basically that's what it would be. And they would be able to launch very close. So I do believe that push come to shove, that they'll do because militarily, what else is they gonna do to fail? And that they got aspirations to take the motherfucker and do exactly that. You know what I'm saying? That would be a very serious mistake, strategic mistake, which I don't think that they're gonna make. I think they're gonna whine. I think that they're gonna before the year is out. I don't believe that this Greenland, controversy is gonna go past 2025. Because if they is strategically tightening the fucking noose on China and Russia, they would want to do that sooner than later. You see, in seizing Panama, seize Greenland. That's a very, and then they're gonna militarize it. They already, but they're gonna really militarize it then. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna have ports and shit. They're gonna have their goddamn air bases up there. Yeah, and it's cold as shit now. It's cold as shit. It's cold as shit up there, but they most definitely gonna militarize the hell out of it. And they're gonna put nukes on that motherfucker. They're gonna be able to launch from Greenland, and that's gonna be a quick shot to Russia, and most definitely Russia. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be most definitely a quick shot to Russia. And that's really the main, in that line of military launches and missile launches and shit. Russia would be most definitely the main adversary that would get the wrath of any launches, missile launches. So yes, I don't know if they're going to make it a state, but they most definitely gonna make it what they call it, not a state, but damn, shit be slipping my mind. It's like Guam and shit and Puerto Rico and shit. It's not a state, but what is it? Y'all will drop it in there. Territory. Right, territory. That's right. Territory. Whatever it is, Providence, I don't know what it is. I think it's a territory. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a territory. Territory of the United States. So they most definitely will make it. It's under the control of the United States, as predicted by the Trump administration. We'll see what's gonna happen next. We'll see what's gonna happen next with Greenland. We're gonna see what's gonna happen next, with the tariffs, but that don't exclude the fact that they trying to clean up, and get rid of the truth of what happened to us over here. So again, we still have to deal with the reality that we're having a war waged on us too. So while we looking at this, we have to also look at the agenda that they got for us. You see what I'm saying? And meet them on the battlefield, wherever they would like to, wherever it is they want to meet, we just gonna have to meet them because we not going back. That's something, we moving forward in this direct forward. Either we gonna go over a motherfucker, or we gonna fly. We ain't going under. You understand what I'm saying? We go through you or over you. That's the way we going. This is General Cyrus Seti. I want you to click some of them links over there in the chat. Support the general. You feel me? So we the general could stay out here being the #1 samurai for the Black Power family out here, leaving no enemy standing. You feel what I'm saying? Click the link, hit that subscribe button. I want you to share it with your family and friends. I'll be right black. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.